this. I'll give you $100. Maybe $5.
No, the scarecrow.
Scarecrow. But see, you're just banging on something, and it's becoming annoying. You're putting her in an even worse mood around here. Who was starting to think, man, will he just shut up? Was anybody thinking that? Just be honest, Cassidy.
I wasn't at the end, so I really didn't know what was going on.
New girl, what were you thinking? I would ask Van, but he can't hear. Noah, what did you think? Just force does not close. Finesse closes. Always remember, force only closes people in prison. You're gonna be my bitch, whether you like it or not. Welcome to the morning grind. Sorry about the analogy that we were going through this morning, but I had a gentleman in here. We won't even say the man's name, but he was trying to force his way into getting something, and it was not looking like it was going to happen. Every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 Central Standard Time, we bring you the morning grind, and the purpose of this here morning grind is to bring data, content, something to make you think. Something to inspire you, something to give you hope. Every day, 60 seconds, we take time out to become thankful for something. What are you thankful for today, Benny?
I'm thankful for...
Are the mics on?
Yes. I'm thankful for these vegetables. I mean...
Is that right? Is that very okay? Well, there's good morning, Rabbit. Thank you for getting on here. Chris Clark, Cassidy, Van Grafton. Thank you all for getting on here. If you would do me the favor, please share this stream. I would greatly appreciate it. I believe it's extremely important to force yourself into a state to where you can find something good to think about. Do you know what I'm saying? What are you thinking this morning? Just be honest. Good morning, Andre.
I'm really thinking about how great my nap was yesterday.
Are you really thinking about that, or are you really thinking about how shitty you felt yesterday?
Both.
You can't think about both. You think one's dominant. There's an alpha in that mind of yours. And what do you think it was?
How bad she felt yesterday.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Everybody, you can change your state by focusing on something that you can be thankful for. You can always do it. And it's always easier to sit back and be in a good mood and tell somebody else, hey, dude, you ought to be thankful for this. It actually pisses other people off whenever they're in a bad mood. When you don't feel good, and I'm sitting here saying, well, at least you can walk, being sympathetic or trying to point out things that you should be proud of, it really doesn't help people feel better. It's like this. How could we get her to feel better? Well, you can by getting where she is, man. I understand. I completely understand. And, man, some days I come in here and I just feel terrible from feeling terrible the day before, and it's just such a funk. Has there ever been one thing, though? Has there ever been a time where you've been in that funk and something helped get you out of it? See, I got to move your state, your mind, your thoughts from where you are. So your mind is so powerful. If I can move your mind, you're following along with me when I'm empathizing and agreeing with you. And then if I can come up with a new thought about how did you overcome it, what did you do that day? Well, I started drinking about 8:30 that morning. And somehow I got in a better mood that day. Whatever it is, to change people's state, you've got to get where they are. You can't just come in here and bang on them. And then ask them to cook your damn food. Yeah. It's probably making her even more angry today. Has he made you more mad?
I'm not mad at all.
Well, we just use the word. We just use the word angry, mad when we're not focused on positive stuff. That's all we're saying. Get positive. Today's show topic is what, Van?
People perform better when they have something to look forward to in the future.
People perform better when they have something to look forward to in their future. I'm going to give you a little analogy right now. I'm a huge Notre Dame fan, okay? And Notre Dame has kind of gotten to a plateau where everybody is sick of their coach. Tom Gavin, I write my goals down detailed. I like that. Notre Dame is at a place to where they've plateaued. Their same coach has been there for 12 years. And, man, unless something new comes in there and re-energizes the program, it gets stale. Okay, so Brian Kelly left. He went from Notre Dame to LSU, and he got a huge contract to go to LSU. And I would say he thought that he would probably be able to take a lot of his staff with him to LSU, like he has 10 people that have been loyal to him. He goes down there, and in the midst of this, word starts getting out. Marcus Freeman, this dude is like just a dynamic personality, just an awesome guy. I've never seen so many people get behind somebody that has created so much buzz, so much excitement, so much support. Well, during the midst of, it comes out, Marcus Freeman is the new head coach at Notre Dame. And everybody was thinking, well, I wonder who he's going to be able to keep. This dude's 35 years old. He's never been a head coach in his life. Taking over one of the most prestigious jobs in college football. He has kept every one of the people that were with Brian Kelly for decades. He has kept every one of them that he wanted. He's kept 7 of them. Tommy Reese, he was the offensive coordinator, the quarterback that played for Kelly. Huge hire. The defensive line coach, been with Kelly for like 20-something years. This dude had something so magical about him that he stopped people from like tripling their money to go to LSU. How does he do that? I don't know how the hell he does it. He's a magician, and we all have these magical qualities inside of us. So what's going on right now in the Notre Dame fan base and the former players and the university is everybody is extremely excited. They've been rejuvenated. How can you find a way to get rejuvenated about your life? I do what Tom Gavin says is I write down my goals every single day. Do you do that? Every single day? Hey, Drew, would you shut that door, please, sir? Do you do it twice a day? Well, I just think there's something about your mind and your spirit getting aligned with this future self. Do you even know what your future self wants? Do you know? Are you clear?
Yep.
Give me one thing you're extremely clear about.
$10 million income.
Ooh, I like that, Josh. Maybe you'll float me a little loan one of these days. Are you extremely clear, specific about what the future version of you looks like?
No.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I was never clear about what I wanted until the last couple of years. But see, you've got to give the current Julia a connection to the future Julia. I've got to see where I'm going. If you don't write this stuff down, it just goes. You've got to find a way to get connected to that. And whenever you've got that future self every single day, it should help you make sense of doing things that help you get to that future person. If you don't have this future version of yourself, you're probably going to come in and you're going to be uninspired and have no purpose to get to that person. It's extremely important to come in and create that future self that you want for you. Who do you want this for? You don't want it for me. That $10 million, hey, if you're around here, that would be a good sign that I'm probably getting rich too, Josh, if you're making $10 million a year. I don't know what we'd be doing. Danny Ward, what's shaking, my man? Thank you for getting on here. Share the stream down there in Georgia for me, if you don't mind. But I think too often people come in and they have so many unknowns, so many losses, so many lukewarm days. What does lukewarm mean? Just average. How many days are average for you? See, when your mind and yourself sees all these average days, you're going to keep coming in and probably producing average days until you've got something that you want to achieve in your life. What are you excited about the most for you? I've told like trips. That gets people excited. Going to places and being exposed. When you went on your 2-week hiatus, Noah, there were some things you're exposed to. And when you get exposed to these things, those things lock in your memory and you come back and you should be thinking bigger. What was something that you saw that you're exposed to that has forced you to think bigger? Like there's something bigger out there.
Being in a condo on the 34th floor in Miami downtown, looking down, seeing the skyline, seeing all that. It was crazy feeling. I know one day I will live in Miami.
Damn, Noah.
Hello.
Oh, you gonna leave me soon? Go get his gun. Hold him hostage.
It's a bullshit call.
So here's why that's so important. I believe the most important thing that will ever motivate you to become more, to become the person you want to be, it will not be money. It will not be money, because money is a result of something. Money is always going to be something that you get because of the reason why you did it. The most important thing anybody can build is a purpose. You're going to have a purpose. To get that, you're going to have to develop a purpose that will create the action to achieve that. Does that make sense? Good morning, Jan Stewart. How are you, friend? Does that make sense, Josh? Like, your purpose might be, man, I just want to feel like that again. I just want to be so proud of myself when I go down there. I want that feeling. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying over there? Are you sure? Like whenever you wanted to be a musician, there was a reason why you wanted to do that. Was it to be famous? Was it to have money?
It was just to be paid to do something I love.
Yeah. But I really believe that you had a purpose of mastery. I think you've got, the one thing I've noticed about Edward is there's a sense of purpose of mastery with him. How often did you sit around and write song lyrics?
Like 6 hours a day.
Rap lyrics, whatever we wanted. How often did you perfect that thing?
Right. Minimum 6 hours a day.
Okay, so now you're moving over here, and how often are you paying attention to mastering phone calls?
As long as the day permits.
So what I'm telling you is, if you can find a way to get inspired and motivate for mastery, the result is going to happen. I feel like you're not sure what I'm talking about, Josh.
No, I'm sure.
Are you?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I would. Well, what am I talking about?
You feel like the more you, like Ed with music, you feel like the more that you continuously do something, you master it. You know, you have that purpose-driven, purpose-driven. It's a word I'm looking for.
Just purpose-driven is more powerful than anything.
Yeah.
Like, you're about to become a mom. What if you had twins? You're gonna have this whole new purpose. What's the purpose?
Take care of the baby.
To be a mama.
Best damn mama.
Be the best damn mama. Okay? If people can get off the result and get onto purpose, like whenever you're on a diet, that's the reason you're wanting to get to a result. For you, it's gaining weight. You're still on some kind of special diet, I'm sure. But if you'll never have the result without following a process, a purpose. So if I want to go to 199, I write that down every single day. I want to be 199 pounds, but I'm not really aligned with the purpose. Right? Yesterday, what did I eat for lunch? Jersey Mike's. Weatherman brought a slice of pizza in here. I had a slice of pizza. Then I had indigestion. Then I drank like 4 beers. I mean, I'm not aligned. I'm out of alignment with what I want of my future self. And because of that, how do you think I feel about that? I have a lot of anxiety because I know I'm letting myself down. Because I'm not in the purpose of my health. But I still never lose sight of one of these days I'll be back to 199 pounds. I don't tell myself I'm not going to get there. I just keep saying I'm going to get there. Because every day, hey, you know what? I screwed up today, but guess what? I'm probably saying this, and I'm going to end on this because this is the one thing that I'm going to get excited about. The first of the year is the easiest time to get excited about things. It's biblical. You know, January's a new birth. It's a new year. There's a new you. So the first, it's hard to get. Last year me and my wife were doing 75 hard during this time. But I've got to get my mind ready to take on a new purpose with my health January the 2nd. Why am I saying the 2nd? Might not feel like doing it on.
You're not.
May not want to do it on the first. But what is it? What is it that you're putting in front of you to get excited about to create a purpose? You got that kid now. You gonna have another kid?
Probably.
Dang. Okay.
Hopefully.
Well, what are these things you're creating to get excited about? And it's your excitement. It's nobody else, and you can't do this for somebody else. This has got to be something that gets you excited. Whenever I was a kid, I was an only kid. My mom and dad went through a divorce. And there was something inside of me that always wanted attention. There's probably some abandonment. There's some things in there. So what gets me excited is like whenever I'm looking at how well other agents are doing, it creates this fire, this purpose inside of me to pursue those people. So find something, create something that will get you excited. Because when you're living with purpose, life is better. Have a great day, Von Grafton.